Listen, this video gonna touch millions of people because millions of people gotta understand that you gotta live through your situation and accept the things that you're going through and enjoy your life. Live it up to the full potential of what you want to do. You gotta stop caring on what people think. Okay, you gotta stop caring what people think because you gotta look at it like this. Most of the time, you going around as a human. Your thoughts are all over the place. There's so many things you want to do. There's so many things you want to accomplish that you could not be seeing the benefits of accomplishing it or seeing the things around you when you accomplish it. It's not how you envision it. You got to make the most out of your life. You got to make the most out of the potential you have and the opportunity you have, and understand that you got a lot of attempts at it. But you got to understand something. It's going to take repetition. It's going to take accepting what is around you, accepting your situation, and turning it up and changing your whole life. Listen, millions of people got to understand. In order to head forward, you must accept the struggle that you're facing right now. Because you can't move forward if you aren't accepting and walking through doors and walking on to the next door. Because we tend to run from our situation. We tend to make excuses for our situation. And then have this idea that we live in that life. And we're trying, but really, you got to ask yourself, are you really trying your best? Because trying your best is doing 100 reps. You know what I mean? Then the benefits coming in. And then your lifestyle showing for it. But 100 million people got to understand that you cannot stop running in your life. And running towards the goal, towards the touchdown, towards the bucket. Because we always gonna be the guy that hits the game-winning shot. You always will be that guy that hits the game-winning shot, or that person to just hit the game-winning shot. But you gotta take your shots. And the earlier you start taking your shots, the earlier you start, doing that business idea, the earlier you start investing, the earlier you start practicing your craft more and getting outside of the outside external world, as far as in the BS that goes on. What is the BS? The distractions, the one to tell you you're not good enough, the one to tell you that you shouldn't be taking that many shots, or why are you taking these shots. Look, when you start that business idea that many people aren't doing, or you start to do things in your life, because it's really about getting out action for yourself. 1 million people gotta understand that it's about getting action out for yourself. Because the moment you start putting out action for yourself, people are not used to that. So you'll understand that, you'll start getting into the rhythm of doing what you like to do and doing what you have to do to fulfill your purpose, fulfill your needs of, the desire of doing your purpose, bro. And it's what you love to do, because that's what you have as a person. A lot of times we feel empty. The only time you feel empty for real is when you don't know your purpose. When you feel like you're missing something. Because one thing you gotta understand something. Humans don't like to be confused. And here is a full cheat code to something you've been secretly curious about the whole time. Here is the truth. Humans are naturally curious all the time. And just like when you like that person, or you like that girl, or if you're a woman, or you like that man, one thing you gotta understand, when you're curious, you don't like that. And you naturally want to find it out of what it is, what it's about, and why is it that way. Just like when that person don't like you that way, and you start to overly think about it because you like them in that way. And you want to get them to like you in that way, so you try more. See, a lot of times when a person don't know their purpose, they tend to be confused and depressed, but they like the feeling of depressed. See, if you ever get into a slump as a person, and millions of people got to understand this, you cannot stay in that slope. You cannot stay in that depression state of, I'm just comfortable where I be at and I'm gonna stay here, because that's the difference between the broke man and the rich man. The rich man understand that he can't stay in that slope. He can't stay depressed. He can't put his all into a person that isn't his purpose, because when he puts his all into a person, that person has a chance of disappointing him or letting him down, but yet he still must trust people, because trusting people will lead to more connections and lead to more, love and unity. And what does unity bring? Strength. That's what I'm saying. If ain't nothing bad with relationships in your life, you gotta understand that you gotta appreciate the relationships in your life. You have to be able to appreciate the moments, but you have to be able to understand there is also side of the truth of relationships, that it can be a disappointment, or you can feel a certain way at any moment because maybe you ain't like something. So you just gotta hold these truths in your life and live the truth. But you see, the truth hurt. The truth hurt, and not everybody can accept the truth. Not everybody can live their truth. Not everybody can understand the difference between someone else's truth and their own truth, so they're able to say agree to disagree. See, you gotta be able to go through life and say, I agree to disagree. Not everybody gonna think the same. Not everybody got the same script. Not everybody on the same journey. That's why I could never judge a man who's trying, no matter where he's at. You know what I mean? A person who's trying is a dangerous person, because overall, a person trying is just moving forward in his life. He's just moving forward through the struggle. He's moving forward through the boxes he's got to pick up at work. He's moving forward of working that minimum wage job that he got to work to get out the mud and to build himself up and to get to X, Y, and Z. But he knows he has to start at A, B, C. But you see, we rather put on the front like we got it all together, like we got the bread, like, we got the clothes and we got the shoes, the jewelry, before we actually got it. Because before any of that stuff, homie, before any of that stuff, bro, you gotta have your mind. You gotta have your mind and know that each area you put your time is a crucial piece to your life. And playing this game of life, you have to roll the dice. You don't gotta gamble, but you have to make the sacrifice of taking the chance in your life. But there's no risk, because all you gotta do, as in rolling the dice, is try. Get yourself out in reality. Turn your imagination into reality. Stick to the repetition of doing the practice steps and the steps leading up to towards your goal to make your goal really happen. So your visions and your imagination, make it true. One thing that help you, the gym. Get in the gym. Build your body up. Build more confidence, because you want these things to build more confidence in you, so you're understanding like, okay, I have to have my back. Because if you realize something, most people who do workouts, or it's not even just working out, hobbies that keep their mind stimulated, that keep their mind confident, is some of the most confident people in the world. Most of the most confident people in the world understands that they have to obtain achievements to give themselves confidence and just have their back overall all the time. See, some people naturally got it, or some people naturally got to work for it. And you honestly got to figure out what type of person are you. But at all times, you should have confidence, because confidence unlocks the doors. Confidence unlocks the achievements. The confidence unlocks that able to get started. Okay? And anxiety, this is something you got to patch up. Just something you got to work through. Something you got to push through. That rejection, something you got to accept. Something you got to look at as a lesson and not an L. Because everything that happened in your life, it's going to happen in your life for a reason. Everything that you're going through for a reason. And everything that you achieve for a reason. So don't pay attention to other lanes, you stay focused on your lane, and you move forward. And then you write down the script like, okay, this is what I want to do. This is what I want to do, and this is what I want to do. And this is how I'm gonna get there. And sometimes you may have to freestyle. You know what I mean? Not all the time. It's just like being on a basketball court. We don't know what move we finna make, but we finna do something to see what open up. Just like you give them a in and out cross, or a double cross, or a little hezzy step. But it's all to see and react. You have to be able to react and respond as a person. I say that all the time because it's very important. It's very important to unlock the ability to be able to respond and react to things, and you know that, okay, certain things is in my control, just like you in the game, bro. Just like you playing 2K, just like you in this sense of playing sports, and you're trying to get the defender to get off his pivot step of guarding you, or just give up some leeway so you get some room to get by him or get to the cup. But it's all about getting to that goal, getting to the end goal, and understanding that certain times the defender may be playing good defense, may be playing good defense on you getting your goals, but it can't stop you. You are the player in the game. You are the main character. You are the one to make it all happen. And you got to take life serious. You got to understand that, your life is not for sure. Like, yo, bro, life expectancy is not that long for real. Like, time's going by fast. If you looking at it and in a way of not looking at it, or it's going by slow if you looking at it too close. So one thing you gotta understand is, bro, you gotta understand you are the main character in your movie, and other people around you are the main character in this life. So everybody is the center of attention. We think we go out in public, we think people looking at us closer than what they really are, and we build up this habit of caring so much, bro. It's like we don't want to be deemed as unnormal. We don't want to be deemed as the odd cast out. But to be honest, I'll tell you what, bro, I don't give a fuck about none of that shit, because, bro, like, I see, bro, like, after getting into the repetition of doing things in my life and, staying focused on being better, a better person, sticking to the goal, seeing what life throw at me so I can be able to just respond at it. Once I seen, like, the times I was in the gym and, not everybody is pushing as hard as me, or, not everybody's getting the results because the repetition not being put in. I realized, bro, you're not regular if you're not putting in that not so average work. You know what I mean? Not to say I'm any better than anyone, but the thing I'm trying to get at, the point I'm trying to get at is, bro, you have to be able to be strong on the repetition, because that is the way to the not so average life. That is the way to the not so average mind. And your mind is what have humans out here and what have us people out here thinking that we better than other living organisms. Like, we just this some type of superior. On that consciousness, humans know that we're bigger than just overall just being put here. Like, we have cars, we have houses, we have the brain power to put these things together, to be able to have more opportunity, more electricity, more being able to communicate the way I'm able to talk to you and give you this truth. And we gotta realize that, yo, bro, we are superior as humans. We have the opportunity of so much. This is the opportunity of a lifetime. This is an opportunity to have all your desires come true. But you have to be able to put the repetition behind what you want for yourself in your life, and not make excuses, and not allow your excuses to make you, because then you get taken away from the superior side. Then you get taken away from, being able to make that paper and create more opportunity for yourself and travel more. We can literally get on the airplane and go across the world. Do you understand how much potential it is in you and the world? But you must look at yourself as superior and stop looking at yourself as this little speck, because yes, okay, it is okay, we're about 1 out of a billion, 2 out of a billion, me and you watching this, or if it's a group of y'all watching this, yes, it's a couple of us, and out of a billion, cool. But you know what? Out of that billion, how many is doing not so average work? How many of us can say we trying, but we ain't doing enough, taking accountability in their life? How many people can say they overall trying? Not many. Not many could say they trying. Not many could say, yo, I've done the repetition so many times. This is why I got these results coming in. Because I tell you what, twin, the amount of repetitions you do and overall days out, day in 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 out, say you trying, bro, results gonna come in. Because it's like this, bro. You hear that rev, you hear the Hellcat, you hear the Trackhawks, you hear the G-Wagon, you see the luxury, you see the end all goal of the things you want to achieve. That all come with repetition and trying, bro. It don't come with quitting on you when you see yourself going through some type of struggle that's hard. It don't see you're not gonna see in that person actions them tweaking out over somebody else, judgment on what they should be doing in their life, because they know a person not gonna understand their shoes because a person is not in their shoes. Nobody in your shoes, bro. So nobody can have the final real judgment on you, because only you know what you've been through. Only you know if you cheat in the sets. Only you know if you aren't getting women in your life because you aren't being confident enough to approach the women you want in your life. But it's only you to have the final say on what your life is about. And yes, people will have their opinions and people will have, the impact that you had in their life, but you have the final judgment on you. So you have to stop going out in public like everybody is just staring at you. Yes, people may stare at you, but understand that you believe in people looking closer than what they're really looking. But don't overthink when that woman looking at you, as in she's not looking at you for no reason, because she's looking at you for a reason. She's looking at you for you to go in and out, in and out, in and out, in and out, in and out. But this is the part where we don't overthink, though. This is the part where we just act. This is the part where we just get in there and dig and twist when she give us that confirmation that she want to dig and twist and pogo stick, dig and dig and dig and dig and dig and dig. And but in order to get to the dig and dig and digging in her guts, we must stay focused on the pick and dig and twist and dig and dig and dig and dig and dig, dig and dig and dig and dig, and never give up on the vision, bro. Because as soon as you get away from the visions, it's all the BS here. But as soon as you stay on the vision and you stay on that path for going where you want to go, and stay on that path for who you are is who you are, and stay on the path for not giving a fuck, and stay on the path of doing your sets, and stay on the path of doing your craft, and stay on the path of saying, yo, fuck you, kiss my ass, no Diddy. But this is some real shit, because, bro, all that BS cannot even touch me. Not even on some real shit. The real truth is, bro, you gotta be able to say, fuck the motherfuckers who don't see the vision. And not in a way where we hate them. Because, bro, only you to be the person that sit with hate in your life. Millions of people gotta understand that. And you must go through the point of, okay, yo, that shit just not aligned. You can't be over here. You can't eat at my table. Because one thing you gotta understand, everybody not gonna be able to eat at your table. Not everybody gonna be able to sit around and be trusted, because they'll slime you. A lot of people are not gonna be happy with your success. Millions of people gotta understand this. As you doing more in your life, as you accomplishing more in your life, not everybody gonna be genuinely happy. Some people are so caught in the BS because they didn't dig and twist and dig and twist and dig and twist and dig and twist into the purpose, into the things they actually enjoy. They stood in the BS. They stood in the bullshit. They stood in a state of mind that, I'm not doing good in my life, so I got to compare my life to you, and I'm going to hate on you because I'm not doing good in my life. So they stay focused on that bullshit and put that bullshit on you. And then they frame you and get mad at you and frame you as this bad person for being with yourself, being confident, being able to say you doing the things you need to do in order to say at the end of the day you trying. And people don't like that. People don't like when you start to accomplish more after they rejected you, because they realized they was wrong about you. They realized they put the wrong judgment on you, or they realized they was right about you and you were smart and they knew you had the right potential, so they was all along trying to set you back and hold you back from that potential. But you have to have the truth to know that that is occurring and that is what is happening with the person mindset and mind wise is going through. That is why they're treating you the way they're treating you, because a lot of people don't want you to have success after putting in the work. A lot of people don't want you to have success when you are giving your all and you are the one with the potential. But you have to believe, you have to live in the delusion, you have to live in the confidence, you have to live in your truth, you have to live in the repetition, because that is how it shows. That is how the benefits show. Because I tell you what, bro, without the results, no one believes you. Without the results, no one says, you know, it was true. So in order for everyone's appreciation to come in and get your appreciation, you have to be able to see the results come in. You have to be able to do the same reps every single day in order to get stronger. You have to do more reps and put more attention, put yourself in more harder situations in your life to hit the better stride in your life. Because I tell you what, the longer strides you take in life, and this is not skipping steps, because you realize when you playing football or you playing hockey or you playing lacrosse, when you take these long strides, you're doing what's in your reach. You're just maxing out your step with you running, because you're in this sense of taking long strides of what you can do. You're just gonna maximize your movements. You have to maximize your movements in this life. But in this life, it's also time. So it's movements in time that you have to be aware of, that you have to be appreciative of, because your buddies, your friends, your loved ones, we only got a certain amount of time with each other. So we got to appreciate the moments. That's why we got to appreciate the times that we could, you know, talk and run it up. You know what I mean? Just the fact that we could talk on this, you know, level and stuff like that. I appreciate you, man. I'm not taking this time for granted. This is, you know, an opportunity of a lifetime, but we got to take it as an opportunity of a lifetime. Listen, just every day. It don't matter if it's morning, day, or night. We got to get the sets in. We got to do our best, because the visions we had as a kid, it got to come true. The visions we had of just wanting more and doing more for ourselves after we've been damaged or after we've been through good in our life and, you know, more success came into our life, we got to stay on that. We got to stay on this journey of saying, I don't give a fuck on what nobody else talking about, you know, hating stuff or, you know, stuff not seeing the vision. Because, okay, yeah, I'm in this bucky car, but the car I truly desire coming, because I'm doing the work that people truly desire to do on a daily and repetition wise can't do. So if I'm doing this desire that's right for me, that's healthy for me, why would it not attract more healthy things? See, the certain things that you do in life attract certain people and things into your life. Okay, attraction is very simple. Attraction is just something that isn't average or just eye candy. And you got to understand that certain things is just not average and certain things is just eye candy to humans. And that not so average work, you know, putting in the day and out, wanting to be better in your life, is not average. And certain looks on people is just not so average. And a lot of people don't got that I don't give a fuck look. And not that I don't give a F look isn't necessarily you know, a mean mug or, you know, just an angry person. It's just a person who understands the truth of, I get one life. And in this one life, I'm gonna be fully confident with myself and what I do, and you know what I mean. No other aura or energy could really throw me off, because that is how you unlock your own aura, bro. That is how you unlock your own energy. Yes, I mean, something may throw you for shock or something like that, but you gotta understand something. You are your own person. You are your own living organism. You have to live this sense of just being fully confident in who you are. You gotta be able to survive for yourself. Like I said, we got to appreciate these times, but in order for us to appreciate each other, we got to appreciate ourselves, because it's when we not appreciating ourselves that it's just showing that we ain't doing the dog work of being better in our minds and who we are as a person and action wise. But we got to appreciate each other, because that's why I'm sitting here telling you this. That's why you got to subscribe. That's why you got to like my videos, because when you like my videos, that is when we go up. That is when, you know, we let more people who just like us, for real, twin, understand the truth and move along in this life and make this pay. You know what I mean? But I tell you what, bro, relationships gonna come, because look, bro, you out there grinding, you out there putting in the work, and you gonna want love. You gonna want love, twin. But you gotta understand this: not everybody want love with you. Not everybody gonna love you. Not everybody gonna see you as this loving person, and they just care about your survival. Some people just gonna want some shorties just gonna want the pogo stick. You know what I mean? Sometimes they just want in and out treatment, and to get as much paper out of your pockets as possible. And you gonna wanna, it's even though, look, bro, cause we gotta be real. Sometimes we're gonna want to be the ones that is going in and out of them, going crazy, and just want them for their body. But when you make that obvious, how they make that obvious, they're gonna be mad at you. They're gonna say, you know, you can't just use me for that. But if I just want you for that, I just want you for that. So you gotta understand, it's different roles in this world, and it's when you take in the truth that you aren't suffering from it. Because the guy who feels he can't, you know, be honest with people, he can't be honest with the woman he truly desires, he can't be honest with himself in his life, is the man who suffers. The woman who can't be honest with herself and, you know, appreciate her looks and always looking in the mirror as she isn't enough, these people will never be enough. You know what I mean? The woman who's truly confident in herself and knows how to be a woman to a man will be the happiest in his life, because she will feel fulfilled of she's not going around and the external world and looking for everybody else's validation and isn't appreciating her own. A man who doesn't enjoy his own validation is a man suffering in his own vessel, in his own home, in his own relationship, in his own time, his own company. Because look, it's like this: if we don't do the inside steps, it would never show on the outside. We would never be able to have the confidence to have good intercourse. We never had the confidence to achieve the things we want to achieve. We'll never have the confidence to get out the seat we've been sitting in for so long. Look, bro, people ask me, do I write this stuff? Do I go along and have these conversations with the homies, with y'all, and in this space right here where we just level up and we do good in our life? Do I just write these down? Man, I tell you what, no, this is just off the head top. This is just all just the visions, bro. You know, me being this type of nigga all my life, but just being able to have that conversation with y'all, because I know y'all have it in y'all life, and I know we've been running it up, and you know, niggas been talking on it. So it's so simple, but it's as simple you make your life. The more simple you make your life, the more your life shows for it. And what do I mean by simple? The simple repetition of doing what you need to do in order to get to the next step in life, and not being, you know, stupid enough to take away from your confidence of the result you got by the end of the day. It's about the step, it's about the stride, it's about trying. And it's so simple, but you have to tap into what are you thinking? How are you feeling? What do you really want to say in that situation? And being fully confident to say what you want to say. And if you miss something you said, depending on the situation, you should restate what you know, was feeling. Sometimes you should listen more. We got two ears for a reason. And when you tap in with these things and tap into time and tap into doing what you truly want to do, how you want to say it, how you want to listen, how you want to go about your life, how you want to live your life, how you want to level it up, how you want to do the plans or the repetition, how you going to get to where you want to go. Do you want to do school? Do you want to do trade? Do you want to say F high school? Or do you want to do the work in between sets and just enjoy the moments of the grind and enjoy the moments of the struggle and get to where you need to go? But it's until you have this mindset of how you need to be thinking and how you need to be moving until you see any change, until you see any type of lane switch in your lane. Because look, bro, it's okay to switch lanes when there is driving forward and it's clear. Okay, it's clear for me to go, because as you move forward, of course, it's always stay in your lane, but as you move forward in this life, other doorways open. You know what I mean? It's okay for your interest to change in life, but it's when the space is clear, it's when you are in a clear headspace to make that change, to do what you need to do in order to keep moving forward. Because sometimes it may be traffic and that you gotta weed through. I mean, it may be punches thrown at you that you gotta weave through, but it's still staying in your lane. Because look, bro, every lane you turn in, you make it your lane. You know what I mean? Unless it's traffic there, unless it's BS there, unless it's not your people there. Because look, you want to go where it's a clear space. You know what I mean? That's why niggas say you need a clear mind space. You need to be able to go where it's not traffic, so you're not bumping and getting your car all beat up and getting your mind all beat up and getting your vessel all beat up through these experiences. Because, bro, overall, you want to survive and you want to get to your end destination and you want a clear, clean drive. That's just a vibe. Come on, that's why these women fold for the guy who's giving her a vibe, fold for the guy who's giving her a good experience. Because overall, we just want to have a good time, man. We don't want to feel left out. We want to be able to say we drove for it and got to our destination. So we got to stay strong on the steering wheel. We got to stay strong on everything we said we was going to do. And I tell you what, bro, the time it is right now, it's time, bro. It's time to do what you said you was going to do, bro. Because I tell you what, bro, you can't wait to the end of the year on New Year's to, say your goals and what you want to do. It's got to be a repetition. You know how I got into the repetition things? That is how you reach more in your life. That is how you stay in your lane. That is how you, stay focused on, your drift and where you going in your life. Because life could live you or you could live life. You could be the one in control of life, or life could be the one in control of you. You got to be the one in control, because at the end of the day, you always get the chance to respond. So you really always get the last say so. So understand, even if you feel like you don't have the much control of things in your life, you always have the control of responding to what you're going through. You always have the end action. You always have the end say so. So be cool on yourself. Be cool in this life. Be cool on your response. Be happy with your response. Be happy with, who you are as a person. I say this so much because it's that part we got to enjoy. It's that part we got to embrace. It's that part that's going to embrace the life. It's that part that's going to embrace you. That's the part where you face the struggle in your life and it shape you. So understand the hurt, the trauma, the rejection. It's only going to lead to the pain. And only gonna lead to the gains, man. But you gotta understand, bro, with this life come pain. With this life comes suffering. Through the suffering, through the pain, you just gotta understand that you are human and you are sane. So you're gonna feel these feelings of going through feelings and feeling things in your life. But it's all cool for real, because shit, what's life without feeling? Ain't that what you dive into the temptation and substance and beating your meat every day for? The quick feeling. So why, when the suffering come in, you hiding from the feeling of responding to what you going through? Because at the end of the day, we just want to feel, son. So don't get mad when you feeling something. You know what I mean? Some of us, you know, don't really want the hard feeling. You know what I mean? The feeling of going to talk, getting past the feeling of anxiety to talk to that woman we want to talk to. So we never get to the good feeling of digging and twisting inside her guts, or we never get past the hard feeling of being in the mud or being in the struggle of your situation and changing it. So we never change it. And with that comes, you know, the people you desire, the woman you desire, and things in that nature, because you're in a lane where people are rocking with you, people are for you. You gotta understand something. When I say stay in your lane is where you're trying to go, okay? And that it is clear space for you as the vessel to get through that room and achieve that goal of getting to your destination. And you switching your lane is still in your lane and heading forward. It just has to be clear. It just have to be the people for you. It just have to be the moments for you. It just have to be the end goal of the same destination you get into, okay, for you. But you gotta stay focused on that destination. You gotta stay focused that, okay, when I get there and on my way there, it's gonna be people that's for me, okay? It's gonna be people who's not making my life hard. It's gonna be people who's, you know, giving me a good time to where I don't have to overthink everything. Because when you do these things, when you understand that truth and understand that, you know, you being on your purpose, you being on your grind, you being on the way to finding what you want to do with your life to make you happy, to save you time, to have your time being, you know, appreciated by yourself, and not saying I'm living a life that I truly don't desire, because your life that you want to enjoy starts with the things that you desire, the things that you achieved and you're able to do now, and you're able to do all along. You've been able to do all along that you haven't realized, that you haven't tapped into. So have these ways of thinking so you can avoid the bullshit of being your own enemy, because you as your own enemy keeps you away from the paint, keeps you away from taking the form shot before you shoot the three, keep you away from pulling that shot from deep because they're giving you too much space. See, a lot of times people, you know, low-key could be assisting us with, you know, whether or not they a hater or they good for us, because really it's all motivation to keep doing what you're doing. It's all motivation to not get discouraged. It's all motivation to not really give a fuck. I mean, the sooner you stop giving an F and, you know, caring about what ain't happened or what didn't happen, I mean, you care about all the right things. You care about putting it towards motivation. You care about, you know, exiting it out in your life. You care about, you know, putting in the right category to where you still do what you have to do and you enjoy your present moment and you know, achieve more in your life, because these is the essentials. These are the keys to life. Millions of people got to understand this, because millions are struggling with it. And understanding that you're going to get to your end destination, but you got to understand that you have to keep pushing forward, and you have to understand that your lane is your lane when it's the people around you that you need to have, and sometimes it's just yourself. Sometimes it's just yourself. And when the situations is leading up to your destination, I mean, it don't got to be all perfect. I mean, you going to have struggle. Ain't that just life? That's just life. So understanding what's for you and what's not for you is big in this lifetime, and key to this lifetime, because you just want to say you enjoyed your life, you enjoyed your time, and you enjoyed the people around you, and you lived it up, and you lived up to your legacy, and you didn't give up on your legacy, and you worked through yourself, and, you know, the inside to the outside, to the external, to the physical, to the mind wise, you worked on yourself. You did the practice, you did the repetition, you did the practice shots, and you didn't care for, you know, nobody's opinion towards you that was hate, or we cared about the good comments, what people said we did for them, you know, the value we gave them, and how crucial our existence was. See, you gotta be able to appreciate these relationships between these dynamics with your people and the things going on in your life, and exit out certain things that's not for you in your life, and you'll be more in your lane, and you'll see more things come into your life that was truly for you all along. So stay focused on that grind and that pay, because that can't cheat you. That can't steer you in the wrong lane. That can't steer you in the way of doing what's not really for you. If you are on the purpose, if you are on your lane, if you are on these type of conversations, if you are subscribing, if you are taking the shots from deep, because we have to, my nigga. We have to, my nigga. Because as soon as we don't take that shot, as soon as we don't get the bucket, as soon as our teammates is mad at us because they giving us the pass, or we made a good move and they want to see us score, and most importantly, we want to see ourselves score, but we don't have the confidence to take a shot. So take the shot every time, man. Understand that it's gonna come with time, but you got 24 seconds on the shot clock. Can't wait forever. And if you wait, you know, yes, it was a disappointment to self, but we got to move forward. It's another shot on it's another possession on the shot clock. We get another turn at the ball, but you got to start taking them shots eventually, because then the game is gonna be over eventually. You know, eventually we will be on that deathbed. So understand, it's different possessions, and we got to maximize. So take care of your time, take care of yourself, twin, and you know, I love you guys, man. On some real, you know what I mean? We gotta keep grinding, bro. This family over here, this grind time, this is, you know, what it's about, man. Enjoying our life. So like, comment, subscribe. I'm gonna holler at y'all in another one.